like 3 months since I created my last video. So today what I want to say before even I start, I have a video on soft skills for every data analyst in 2025. So these are the soft skills that are needed for you to get promoted in the workspace and also for you to excel in the workplaces. So what I've come to realize from the data is that from my YouTube channel's analytics is that I'm having more watch hours by so many people, but when it comes to subscribing is what is not happening. So before even I start this video, I'd like you to subscribe to my YouTube channels and then we move together. I have another video that is coming up by today. It's about data analyst project using Python in 2025, so make sure to keep watch on that. So let's proceed to this video. So the soft skills for every data analyst in 2025. So when it comes to soft skills, what we mean is that we have what we call build the technical skills, what you're calling it build the tools. So the skills that make analysts stand out. So in this video, as I said, I'll be exploring these soft skills. There are 7, and then we go each by each to really figure out and understand why they are very critical in the year 2025 for analysts. So why soft skills matters. So in this case, being great at SQL and Python isn't enough anymore in this case, because we have what we're calling the AI that's coming up to really shorten the time that it is required for any analyst to do what we call the programming or the coding. So now what is matter, or like which is now the critical area to really master, is when it comes to soft skills. So data only matters when it drives actions. So this is what usually happens the place where I work. So my director, if you are not really making use of data, you don't even need to be present or to be in a management team, because you have to use data to make business decisions in this case. So hiring managers now, they do what you call they learn communications and collaborations at the top priorities. So currently in 2025, you must be a very good communicator, and also you must be able to collaborate with others. So it's not now like you just stay at your part, then you don't need other teams like product management, like stakeholders, like marketers. So we need to work together as a team in order for us to have an impact at the end. So let's explore the soft skills and which we are calling them, like they are trying to really shape what we are calling the top data analyst as roles. So for example, number 1, we are going to deal with communication skills. So for example, why is communication skills so critical in the year 2024 for data analysts? It will translate what we call complex data into clear actionable insights. So I have an example here. Instead of saying, like, for example, r squared is equal to 0.6, this is what we say as a really analyst or as a data reporter. We can now predict 86% of sales variation. So this is based, for example, you have created a model that is giving you an r squared of 86%. So this is what will say to the business, we can now predict 86% of our sales variation. So we need now to work on the 14% that is not here in this case. We need to find areas that we can really work on to improve the sales variation, maybe to 90 and 94. So when you're doing this communication, make sure to use what you call the visuals, like the charts, and also you put what you call short summaries, explaining like what is coming out clearly. Speak the language of your audience. In this case, you have to make sure like you have experience in when it comes to really capturing the attentions of your audience. You just know this is what they want to hear, and then you'll be able to put that into their context. So number 2 is business acumen. So understand how companies make money and what KPIs drive the success in that company that you are really working on or you are really working in. So link your analysis to the business outcomes. So I have an example here. Like for example, we say reducing the churn by 5%, we are going to increase the monthly or the yearly revenue by 1 million in this case. So what we mean is that data without business context is just analysis. We say that in this case, when you are doing analysis for a certain business, you have to understand what that business does in this case, in order for you to make sure like you are linking your analysis with the business outcomes. So I'm getting like 5% of customers are churning. So if we are going to fix the 5% of customers who are churning, like we fix it by, for example, 2%, we are going to improve the sales revenue for yearly or monthly by, like, for example, 2 million increase in what you're calling the revenue in this case. So number 3 is data storytelling. Now, when it comes to data storytelling, you have to be able to be a good person when it comes to like to tell those stories. So you turn analysis into stories that inspire actions. So for example, use this what you call this format. Use what, then so what, then now. What the framework. So what you have to report what is happening, like what the sales dropped by 12% in the quarter 3 in this case. So you have to mention why did the sales drop by 12% in quarter 3. So this is what has happened. The customer churn loss in the urban areas. So we had a customer churn which was happening. That's why the sales dropped by 12%. So now this is what we are doing currently. We are retargeting these customers in those urban areas using what we call the loyalty offers. So stories turn data into strategy. So you have to really tell stories that will inspire, like we turn those actions into strategy for business improvement. So number 4, we have collaborations. So data analysis is a team sport. You will work with product managers, you work with engineers, you work with marketers, you will work with finance teams, you will work with project. So each different goals, they have different goals. So you have to come in and break the gap, like to clarify the needs of the business, align priorities, and also listen actively to what these teams are working on and to what they need. So you have to listen actively, and also collaboration turn analysis into what you're calling it the impact. So if you collaborate with these teams, for example, they need data to be analyzed. For example, they are conducting what they call the market research to identify where there is gap in the business. So when you do this collaboration, you are going to improve the business at the end. So collaboration is a critical skill in the year 2025. Number 5 is critical thinking. So this is something that you cannot be taught. So this is something that should come automatically. So you ask questions before jumping into the data. So this is something that I used to struggle with before. So you have to get data, and then from there you do analysis, but it should be the other way. You have to get the question first. So the business wants this, your director wants this, your team wants this. Now you have to have the question first, and then you jump to the data. You see, if this data we have in quality, can it help us to really solve the problem that this team want to be solved? Is the data set complete? You have to make sure the data is complete, is clean. Does it critical correlation or is it causation? So critical thinking help you catch assumptions before others do, and also think deeply and trust easily in this case. So you have to think deeply in order for you to trust to the team. Because for example, if your team will not trust you, it will be very critical for you to do what you call presentation. Most of the time you will be caught under attention in this case. So number 6 is what we're calling the time management. So time management, you have various tools that you can use to manage your time very well. So you always have multiple requests, so learn to prioritize. For example, you'll be getting like project team, they want you to perform analysis on a certain project. You're getting marketing teams, they want to do a customer survey, and then they want you to perform that and also to come up with analysis. Also maybe you want certain kind of analysis to see on time of how the business is performing. So in this case, you have to learn how to prioritize tasks in this case. So you have to have a checklist that will help you organize this very well. So deliver quick wins but plan for deeper dives. Use tools like Asana or what you call Notion to stay on track. Number 3 is also to manage your time like your data. So with structures and what you're calling it the purpose in this case. That is under time management. So number 7 is about adaptability and learning mindset. So what is happening currently in 2025? The AI is here advancing at a very fast rate. So what you need is to have adaptability mind and also the learning mindset. So if you get, for example, you are job in 2023, for example, that's when the AI was really coming up. But if you go to a role before that, you didn't have like an assistance AI tool that will help you to perform some kind of coding. Currently, we have it. So if you have not really shifted your mind into the learning, you will not be able to really give the output that is needed currently. So we are saying AI is not coming up to replace the roles. AI is coming up to help us be efficient in this case. And to be efficient, you have to keep upgrading, you have to keep learning, you have to keep automating some things that you used to call them, but now you cannot call them because you have AI that can help you really fast in this. So in 2025, AI tools and LLMs are changing how we work. So you have to stay curious, experiment, and never stop learning. So adaptability keeps you variable, curiosity keeps you ahead. So adaptability will keep you variable to the team, like they won't allow to lose you, but it will also help you like stay alert, all ahead, being what you're calling that a learning mindset. So you learn, and also learn constantly. So this is a summary or takeaway. The 7 soft skills that are needed for a data analyst or for analysts in 2025: communication, business acumen, storytelling, collaboration, critical thinking, time management, and adaptability. So technical skills get you hired, but soft skills get you promoted. It'll give you that edge of staying ahead of everyone. So follow for more data insights in 2025. So don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channels. As I said before, I have seen that I'm having so many views, but this is not translating to subscriptions. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channels, and this will keep me motivated and help me create more videos that are relating to the content and what is happening in the data field. Yep, bye. Cheers.